Okay, class, we're looking at Chapter 10. Realistically, this is just looking at what's effective reach, what are some of the basic rules you should follow. These are just, if you're cooking, some ingredients go together, they work, they're the base of a good soup or a pasta dish or what have you. Here they're just saying, look, for a good campaign, you need effective frequency. You've got to get enough out there for people to actually do it. There's no point spending $2 million when you really needed an extra $1 million for people to hear it. You've effectively just wasted $2 million where people are going, I sort of maybe possibly could have, not sure what that was about. No recall, no attitude change, nothing. You've just literally wasted $2 million. So what they're trying to do here, and again, don't get too worked up over the formula estimation. A lot of this stuff is now in the digital age. They've got software packages. This is done. They know the response, the sales. This comes up in a report. You don't have to calculate. You just have to know it exists. So that's the way I'm going to go through this chapter. Just highlight the key words. And realistically, again, this is one of those moments where we scroll all the way down to the summary, which we'll get there in a few seconds, and it's the best part of the chapter because it gives you your terminology. Now, this is a lengthy chapter. It looks intimidating. You can see I've just highlighted some bits and pieces. You've got your summary there, your glossary. This is a key one. Just understand what these terms mean and be familiar that it's all about going back to the very top of what we need to know in terms of the language that an advertising agency will use or the marketing manager will use. So what's your frequency? Gee, this is hard. Insertions and exposures. Effective frequency is based on exposures to the advertisement. If no one's seeing it, it's not working, right? Not really hard. Now, this is another one. Disposition to purchase or act. Guys, a lot of the time is we're trying to actually get them to do something. Buy, okay, it's an attitude change, but ultimately, guys, we're in the business of getting sales coming through the door. That is your purpose as a marketer, to make sure revenue comes through the door, the organisation's profitable, and you make money and get paid. So you've got your usual ones of, is there a threshold, awareness, attitude? Now, this just shows you a nice little diagram of, trying to capture some movement when you're spending a whole heap of advertising. You're trying to hit a sweet spot. You don't want to spend too much where it's wasted. You don't want to spend too little where nothing friggin' happens. This is just common sense. So, again, guys, I'm not overly excited about it. Look, this is the classic way of formulating it. And realistically, it might be, okay, how many times do we have to advertise, put an ad in front of someone in a local newspaper before they purchase the product or go to our website, buy online, or do something, right? It's just this is classic theory of how to do it. What is the objective? And this is just a little playbook where they say, once you know what you're trying to do, here are a couple of basic rules. So, guys, again, I would just look at this and say, where does my product fit in? Do I need to do more? Do I need to do less? And this is very much a managerial approach, just trying to make sure you're using your advertising dollars as effectively as you can. So, here are your contributions, commercial length. You look at it. All of these are factors of, if we use all of these, we think we can get the ultimate formula. No big deal. It's just, as I said, a classic approach to trying to have a planned strategic campaign. And when you're talking about millions upon millions of dollars going across America and so forth, you can understand that, you make a saving on this formula, you're saving a hell of a lot of money. So even though I'm a bit relaxed about it, guys, when this was applied in its heyday, and it's still being applied, but using a lot more effective technology and software packages to capture this, it saves you a fortune. So again, media data duplication strategic rules. This is just trying to say, why do we overlap? Have we got one? Look, no better time in marketing's history is there than now, when we can literally find out for the first time exactly what advertising is working. It is brilliant. So here are your strategic rules, your reach rule, frequency rule. It's just basic starting points to have a conversation. That's all I would look at. Now here are some of the rules for each pattern. Have a read over it. Again, guys, there's nothing here that's just mind-shattering. You can tell it's taken 5.5 minutes to go through it. Go through the highlighted parts, understand what the purpose is. This is a go-to playbook if you had to justify your expenditure. If you're working in the industry, there are people who will know from experience exactly what works and what doesn't work, and it'll be evident in the reports that they'll use. So guys, this is just good to know. Read it, listen to it. It's only a short video. Have a read of the chapter, look at the highlighted bits, and that's more than enough for you guys.